Okay, the minimum viable product. This is something I think every product manager and everyone who works in an internet industry must definitely know. Let's see why the MVP, as it's popularly called, is so critical. The MVP in many ways is an extension of the product market fit. Launch your product or features that are most relevant to your market or your target audience. That is what the MVP really talks about. Now, when you launch a product, there are two options you have. One is to build the product with the most relevant features and learn from the market and keep making incremental releases. The other thing is what is called a big bang product. A big bang product is one where the whole product has all the features possible. Now, as a product manager, when you have the option to come out with something new, you will have to make the choice between coming out with an MVP or rolling out with a big bang product. However, there are reasons why the MVP always triumphs over a big bang product. And let's see what those reasons are. It helps you to manage resources. You have to understand that resources are always going to be critical in an organization. If you're going to focus on a big bang product, what it essentially does is that you're going to tie up a lot more of the organization's resources into building the product. And because the product is going to is fairly full-fledged in that sense, it's going to take a lot more time. The second advantage, the MVP actually mitigates risk. Let's consider the scenario wherein which, as a product manager, you decide to come out with a big bang product. And guess what? It fails. And if it fails, all your work that you've done and what your organization has done has gone down the drain. On the other hand, if you work on the MVP, what that allows you to do is, because your scale of the product is smaller, you're able to mitigate the risk that is associated with failure because you can start making improvements on it. The third thing, it has a best return on investment. It has a great ROI because you're coming out with a smaller product, and if you test it out to the market and it is validated, then nothing beats it. In the instance of a big bang product, the return on investment is so huge that very rarely is the effort worth the result. Keep in mind there are some instances, some really exceptional cases where a big bang product may be required. But as a thumb rule, you can be safe in knowing that the MVP generally is the best way to go about building a product. I'll be taking you through an example of how MVP is actually used in real life instances.